Hey, what's going on, everybody? Your boy JC's in the building. Everyday Thoughts is in the house. Your boy Terrence joins me tonight.
Nice to meet y'all. How y'all evening
Once
going?
again, how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody gathered around. Y'all know what time it is. And tonight's topic is the importance of having a father. Hope everybody having a blessed and safe Father's Day.
And it's not Single Mother's Day. It's Father's Day. I just wanted to put that in there. Single mothers, you don't get 2 days. You don't get to be the mother and the father. Sorry. This is our day.
Well, the ones that do have kids, though. But also, too, just the fathers, too. I do feel like a lot of guys, they kind of get the short end of the stick, very unappreciated, especially on this day. You have a lot of mothers talk about mom and dad, which is really ludicrous to me, but they are right to their opinions and their reality. But what's your take on that? As far as you have women talking about mom and dad on Father's Day.
Um, well, I think the father is it's the cornerstone of the household, if you ask me. A father is needed a father is, you gotta understand, a father's role is to hold a mother up even when she buckles. That's the role of a father. The role of a father is to put discipline in the child's life. So the role of a father is very important. Some young men, young ladies grow up without a father, and they don't know how to interact with other people, or they accept certain treatment from other people because they didn't grow up with that discipline in their life. A father is supposed to instill discipline in your life and teach you about your self-respect.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of your identity comes from your father. He provides that for you.
Especially if you're a young man.
You being a young man, you need to understand about who you are, your identity, your purpose, your value, your last name, etc. A lot of times, a lot of people just we're living dilly dilly, don't understand the last name, don't understand their self worth, or don't know the importance of their family name, and it's just really unacceptable that a lot of brothers don't understand like who they are.
And it's a shame we as in the black community, we have the audacity to have relations with these women and then leave them with the kids.
Yeah, I mean
That's not a father, in my opinion. Somebody that does that, they're just a sperm donor. Call them what they are, the sperm donor.
Yeah, or just somebody who just kind of want to be a part-time father, wants to deal with the kids on his own time, and that's really not really being a father either.
And I believe we're in a generation that the women are stronger than the men, and it's sad to say, but a lot of the women are stronger than the men in this generation. I can march a bunch of y'all up to Washington and we can get our black rights handled.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, my biggest issue is just guys, fathers not stepping up to the plate, not being in the homes, not making millions of excuses, not being active. Whether
And paying child support is not enough. Let me say this: paying child support is not enough. A father is there in your life. Money, that's only like 25% of what your child needs. Let me say this again: money is only 25% of what your child needs. Your child needs to know. Your child wants to go to the father-son dance or father-daughter dance.
Yeah, ducking.
You're not there.
Donuts for dad.
All of that.
And
you're not present in their life.
Yeah, you're not present. You're not giving them that emotional support.
And then you in a relationship with your child years later that they don't owe you.
Yeah, my whole thing is you can't really get upset, get mad. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice you go out there, you reach out, but that person, he doesn't owe you anything. You don't any kind of explanation. But it's like I said, it's case to case basis. Like you want to be involved with them, that's your choice. You don't want to, that's your choice too. But especially if he wasn't there, actively there for you, you don't really have no kind of excuses to get back to him. But like I said, to each his own.
And I feel like anybody that gives a father a second chance, that's a blessing for that father. Anybody that gets a second chance as a father. Because even when your child is grown, it doesn't stop. Fatherhood doesn't stop when you get 18.
Yeah.
Okay? Let me say this. Fatherhood doesn't stop once your child is old enough to start having sex. Fatherhood doesn't start when your child has children of their own. Fatherhood is a lifetime job. It's a lifetime job. So think about what you're doing before you even get into it.
Yeah, I mean, until they put you in a grave, until they bury you,
you're gonna be a father.
You know, until everybody, your family, is at your funeral reading your obituary, you're still a father. You still mean something, and you need your legacy, your obituary to mean something to you. You want people, your kids, your mother, your aunts to to make something good of you. Like, hey, this is your dad. This is who he was. Like, what are they gonna think about you? What are they
like
gonna
JC always says,
what are they gonna say about you at your obituary, at your funeral? That's what it's all about.
Facts.
That's what it's all about. As far as end of the day, what kind of legacy, what kind of impact are you putting on this world? What kind of people are you touching? So you're not to that point of a father, then you're not really doing your job as a man. Because you want good seeds, you want to see good deeds, you want people to be like, hey, that was my dad 20 years ago. Good hard fought man, worked every day, took care of home. So, you're not doing that. You're just doing the bare minimum, and you need to upgrade yourself and upgrade your resume.
And let me put this out there. This has nothing to do with the current subject. Let me put this out here. It's a man's job to respect the woman, but it's also a woman's job to give him something to respect. Twerking in the mirror in front of your daughters, that ain't gonna get it, ladies. Standing on the block selling weed, homie, that's not gonna get it, homie. Just having sex doesn't make you a father. Making a baby doesn't make you a father. None of that makes you a father. That makes you a sperm donor.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of sperm donors out here, but like a real father gonna take accountability. You're gonna be there not just financially, but emotionally, mentally as well too. You're gonna make sure you're doing good in school. Gonna make sure you're doing your homework. Gonna make sure everything your chores are being done. You're making sure you're a productive citizen in society. You shouldn't put everything on the mother because she has a lot on her shoulder, on her plate too, and it's not fair that she got to play both roles, both positions.
And everybody has divine femininity and divine masculinity within inside of them. Now, in order to balance it out, you need both sides. You need divine masculinity in your life and divine femininity. Without both of those in your life, you grow up wondering for these things, looking for these things. You're looking for a good man. If you found somebody like your father, or your father was absent, you're going to most likely run into guys that get absent out your life. So a good father will instill in you what to accept from a man, women, ladies, and vice versa, guys. Your father will teach you what to accept from a woman. He will build that self-esteem up as to know what to accept and what not to accept, and how to even approach a woman, such as your mother.
Yeah, like I said, one thing you want to do, you want to be respectful, you be kind, you need to be genuine. With anything you try to do, go 100%, everything you try to do. And yeah, you're going to have some struggles, ups and downs, but at the end of the day, you always got to keep pushing yourself to the greater heights, And
let's really appreciate these fathers out here. Because I believe everybody talks about a mother's love, but nobody ever talks about the father's sacrifice.
Okay. Candace said, did you file or did you just decide to take on entire financial responsibility of raising your kids yourself?
I believe anybody that does it, I applaud you for doing that. I applaud you for doing that. Anybody that's doing it by themselves, especially a black female, I applaud you for that. I applaud you. Things cost money. About 20 years ago, it took two people to carry $20 worth of groceries. Today, $20 worth of groceries you can carry in one hand. So anybody that can afford to hustle and raise a child and actually be in that child's life, I applaud you for that.
Yeah, like I said, I appreciate all stepfathers, uncles that's taking the role and trying to help our kids, help our youth be more productive. I do condone you because that's something that you don't have to do. But like I said, I appreciate you stepping in and doing what you got to do to help out. And any kind of teaching, any kind of blessing that you can pass on to the next generation, it will be appreciated.
And to say something from Jonathan's older video, that I said, it takes a man you have to see a man in order to be a man. And you can raise that child to be respectful, to be nice, to be courteous, But he's not going to get that manhood from a woman. He needs that manhood from male figures. Whether he picks a historical person, whether he picks a person that's alive, he needs male figures in order to have his subconscious be right. If that's the way to explain it. To have the subconscious to be right. Because nowadays we have a lot of men that are men with penises complaining about being men, and men don't supposed to complain about being men.
Yeah, like I said, especially you talk to one back in the day, 50, 60 years ago, you had some old grandfather working steel mills. They worked sun up to sundown. They wasn't sitting there complaining. They was out there.
They know what they had to do.
Yeah, they got up 4 o'clock in the morning, and they wasn't sitting up here bitching and whining about 50-50, who goes half, etc.,
And it's not about who goes half. It's about getting it done. Working together, support. Support is, that's what we're trying to get y'all to see. Women and men, we need to support each other. Black women, black men, we need to support each other instead of breaking each other down, having so much to say, telling the world your baby daddy ain't or your baby mama ain't all of that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You can't tell the world your baby daddy ain't then you sleep with him the next night. You can't say your baby mama ain't and you sleep with her the next night. Stop the foolishness, y'all. Stop the foolishness. Let's build each other up.
And also, too, like I said, I do give kudos to the ones that, they didn't have that father figure growing up. They do have kids, and they out there protecting, providing, being the covering for the wife and kids. I do commend those brothers out there, Because, like I said, I know it's just tough, just, waking up, having the world against you. But at the same time, I appreciate those that took that pain and used it as something positive or positive intention, as opposed to something be negative and continuing the generational curse,
And we cannot continue in the negativity of hating each other. I'm going to say it again. We cannot continue in the negativity of hating each other. When you're together, build each other up. Build each other up. And let me tell you this, guys. Let me say this, my piece. Anybody can give her sex. Anybody can give her sex. He can. I can. Give her something that nobody else can. Give her something nobody else can, and that's a peace of mind. That's security. Not everybody can give that.
I just being there for her when she knows she just needs somebody to lean on, hold her, hug her, just to be there emotionally. A lot of times we being emotionally unavailable. So like I said, that's always big for a woman too. Just being there through the different types of storms, different types of forces. You just need to know that she just needs to know that you have her back,
But men, let me say this, black men. I'm talking to you, black men. We have no excuse for leaving our women. Our women have been through too much. Our women have been through too much for us to run and leave them. You're no type of man if you're running and leaving your baby mama with the kids. She needs just as much help. Get off that Xbox, get off that PlayStation, and help her with those kids. Earn your Father's Day dinner. Earn that tie. Earn that toolbox. 25% of it is being there. 25% of it is financial. And the rest is showing love. Showing your kids that you love them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They need all kinds of support. And like I say, you just got to be there, be that backbone, be the pillar, be the leader that you're capable of being. Like I said, you're going out there, having all these babies, not being accountable. It's like, it doesn't make any sense.
What Miss Hannah said, I like what you said. Having kids can't be the only goal in the relationship. That's what I'm saying. We had sex. It blew your mind. Now what we gonna do? Now what are we gonna do? Stop letting it just be sexual gratification. You can get sexual gratification at any given time. What are you gonna do after sexual gratification? And if you have to ask yourself that question, what your plan is, and you don't have a plan, you might need to rethink who you're with or what you're doing with your life.
Yeah, you need to rethink who's leading you, or you need to rethink who you're leading. If you don't have no kind of vision, no kind of 5-year plan, etc.
If you're in the same spot that you in this year as you in next year, You need to look at that. If you're in the same spot that you was in today, that you was in last year on Father's Day, you need to think about what you're thinking, what you're doing with your life. If you see your life hasn't changed since the time you became an adolescent, it's time to look at yourself and ask, what do I need to change mentally? You don't have to fix your problems. You have to fix your thinking. That's what you have to fix. Fix your thinking and your problems will solve themselves.
Yeah, then a lot of people talk about where all the good men, where all the good women at. Well, it's all your mindset. You know, whatever you think will be a reality.
And let me tell y'all where all the good men and good women are at. Most of the good men and good women are sitting there waiting on you to stop playing around. Don't be 45, 50 years old wanting to settle down with somebody, men and women. Men, nobody wants a used car that done demolition and everything. Women, nobody wants a used vehicle that got 100,000 miles on it. Let's start preserving ourselves for each other. It's nothing wrong with a used vehicle, but when it has a bunch of miles on it, it depreciates. Men and women, stop putting so many miles on yourself. Stop giving yourself to every Tom, Dick, and Harry and Susie Lynn and Bobby Ann that come by. Preserve yourself. Sex is sacred. Sex is sacred. Your body is a temple, not a visitor center. Men and women.
Amen to that.
Men, it's not okay to sleep with multiple women. You're giving your spirits out to different women.
Yeah.
Condoms protect you from STDs, but they do not protect you from sexually transmitted demons.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying, y'all.
Yeah. All right, we got one more question. Hannah said there's a lot of grown folks looking for fathers. Any volunteers? The healing starts there. What's going on, Hannah? Yeah, you're right about that. You know, it starts volunteering. It starts, pulling somebody to the side and trying mentorship. You know, that's where it starts at. If the active father is not there, to try to be a good representation and a good what's it called? A good not pillar, but a good what's it called?
What were you looking for?
Not trying to mentor.
Mentor.
Yeah, being a good mentor towards your seed or just somebody else's seed, and don't feel bad about it because everybody needs that kind of guidance. Because a lot of us don't really get that kind of guidance unless it's from like football or basketball. Day to day, you don't really get that kind of structure that you'll get from a father.
And you have to pay attention to your other side. Half of being, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm married myself. Half of being in a relationship is paying attention, listening, communicating. Repeat. Y'all didn't get that? Listen, communicate. If you're talking while she's talking, nobody's hearing what's being said. And vice versa. Do that, repeat, and see how it works for your life.
All right, Hannah said, hey, we need more fathers to mentor the brothers.
You're absolutely right. And that's part of the reason why we're here. Fathers are needed to heal broken hearts. And those fathers are real men. Not real niggas, real men. A real nigga is in prison or keeps going back to prison. Real men stay at home. And that's what we need. We need more real men. We have a shortage of men that's willing to be men in this country. I'm going to say that. We have taken the back seat and we've let this equal rights thing, oh, she got equal rights, she equal. When did you stop being a man? Forget her rights. When did you stop being a man?
Exactly.
It don't matter what the government says. When have you stopped being a man? Her having the same rights as you does not stop the responsibility that you're supposed to have.
Exactly.
You need to do what you have to do as a man. And anytime a woman has to take your place and tell you what to do, you're not much of a man.
Oh, exactly. It's her being independent, her having her own doesn't negate the fact that you're supposed to still be a man.
If she has to teach you and teach the children, that's double the work.
Exactly.
She can't teach you and raise the children.
Exactly.
She's raising 2 children.
Exactly. She don't want another dependent,
She doesn't need a dependent. She needs a codependent.
Yeah.
She needs somebody she can depend on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You got to ask the tough questions. Just quick, looking at the body, the conversation, you got to look at the soul.
And we need to pay attention to what our women do. If you have a woman that's sitting there teaching you how to do stuff, you sit there and listen and learn. It's simple stuff like this.
Exactly.
Buying soap for the house, buying tissue for the house, buying cleaning supplies for the house. When the last time have you done that as a man? When the last time you've taken the trash out without being asked?
Amen.
Small stuff. Small stuff. The small stuff.
Exactly.
That's what builds memories. That's what builds respect. And that, if you're at the age of 25, you don't need to be worried about how many girls you can sleep with no more. You need to be worried about consistency, stability, and respect.
Yeah, working on trying to get your credit, trying to get, what kind of business, what am I trying to do with my life? Like a lot of times all that sleeping around is going to hinder your growth and your development. And it said my grandfather brings peace to the house. Amen to that.
I actually was raised by my grandfather. That's why I have old-fashioned values. I don't care how much money I make, I'm going to pay the bills. Or how much more money she makes, I'm going to pay the bills.
Exactly.
It's my responsibility as a man. I don't believe in conventional religion, but God put Adam here first.
Adam was
which
given
means
responsibility.
That was given responsibility by God. You take care of this. Oh, I see you can do this. Let me give you some help. Not somebody to do it for you, but some help.
But nowadays, you just want the woman to do everything. You just take the back burner,
And even Adam was messing up. Because where was Adam at when Eve was talking to the snake? Off being a man. That's what we can conclude from that. That's what we can conclude from that. He was somewhere fucking up.
Exactly. Yeah, though, you got anything else to say?
No, sir. No, sir. What about you?
No, I'm good. We got to wrap it up anyways. Y'all, thank everybody for tuning in.
And thank you for the opportunity to have me on your show, Jonathan.
You're very welcome. Anytime now. All right, y'all. Y'all be good. Thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure y'all share this video. Make sure y'all check me on YouTube, Everyday Thoughts JC.
Love each other. Love each other. Love each other. Respect each other.
All right. Y'all have a good one. Peace.